One, how is everyone doing on today, Wednesday live stream here? And I have a few things that I want to talk about, honestly. Right after I read your messages to see who's here, who's on the live stream right now, because I have Visa, double-digit percentage dividend growth, Nvidia, $5 trillion market cap. Wow, Google earnings. We gotta take a look at Google. I have to see how Google is performing. What else did I have? I had even more topics, but I can't even think about them off the top of my head. I just came rushing downstairs to come live stream with you guys. So let me know in the chat who is there. And I'm going to start by saying my portfolio is still at $30,000, which is definitely great. It's still over 30,000, even though the dividend portfolio didn't perform very well today. It did not, but I do see some opportunities, especially in Vici Properties, another one that I want to talk about, which it was under $30 today. I didn't get a chance to look at the stock market work today, not even in break time. But I'm definitely very, very excited about Vici Properties right there. So what else do I have? Let me show you first the portfolio real quick, the performance so far in this month before I go into the comments. So don't forget to stop by, say hi in the comments so I can see who's here. But definitely, I also want to talk about your portfolios. Are you guys at all-time highs? Google performing good, Amazon performing good, Nvidia performing good, Palantir, so many of them. Also Meta went down after earnings. Is it an opportunity right now to build up Meta? Maybe. But let me show you real quick before I go into to see who is here. You guys can see that my portfolio is still at 30,000. It's holding by a thread right now. $30,022 right now. And it's mostly because of Google, which I told you guys. I was telling you guys over and over again. I was buying and buying and buying, even though it went up in share price into the 220s. I kept on buying it, and I'm glad that it won the weekly challenge for the month of October too, because my position is doing pretty well right now. But you guys can see that in the month of October so far, both portfolios together, I'm only up 0.42%, and that's because the dividend portfolio is not performing very, very well today. But let me know in the chat. Let me see who's there. Easy Street, hi Jay, nice to see you there. Anders right there, of course, as every stream. Anders have not been missing any streams. Not sure after today, but looks like I'll buy. You're gonna buy, or all buy SCHG off my holdings went down. Okay, so SCHG went down in share price. I didn't know that. We'll take a look. We'll take a look. East Boogie, good evening, Jay. Nice to see you there. T Caskets, what's up, Jay? Nice to see you there, T. B-Hole here. Haven't logged into the account today. All right, let me know. Let me know how it's performing so far, B-Hole, for sure, because a lot of accounts. Mine, the growth portfolio is holding it over 30,000 right now. Really, my dividend portfolio hasn't been performing good. And I'm going to show you the dividend portfolio in a minute. But I do see Vici Properties as an opportunity under $30. And I have some cash. I have about $500 worth of cash. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me see who else is in here. I ended up starting a position in BRKB and bought 10 shares. Wow, nice position right there. 10 shares of BRKB. Let's take a look at it too. Let me see real quick. Oh, I don't even have a screen for stock analysis. I do have Yahoo Finance in there, but definitely very excited. I'm very excited about Google too. Meta looking good too. But let me take a look real quick at BRKB. Let me see how it's performing so far. Berkshire Hathaway, which T Caskets just started a position. And in the last month is down 4.85%. Year to date is only up 4.96. Last year it's only up 3.77. So yeah, nice opportunity right here. $475 share price. Yeah, so that's pretty good right there. Nice dip right here they have a lot of cash. BRKB, Berkshire have a lot of cash on hand. So definitely look at that earnings per share, 29.1. PE ratios at 16, strong buy. The price target is at 24% from here, $593. Nice. That would be a very nice upside right there from that position that you just started today, man. Let me see. Easy Street. Do you know if YouTube was a standalone business, it would be worth as much as Netflix? Wow. If it was a standalone, if Google didn't buy it, they bought it. I was reading about it on X. I think they bought it like in 2006, I think it was. About 1 point something billion dollars they bought it for, YouTube. And they generate like 10 times that in a quarter. I think that's what they generated in this quarter. I gotta open it up, honestly. I wanted to go through Google's earnings to see real quick. So I'll probably type it into Google AI Gemini because that's where I have, if you guys see right here, Visa announced a 14% dividend increase, raising it from 59 cents to 67 cents per share. Dividend is payable on December 1st to shareholders. I'm guessing this is the record date, which is going to be November 12th. So any shares that you hold before that, I'm sure it is, or the ex-dividend date, it's probably November 12th. I got to take a look. But Visa already, dividend growth, dividend increase, double-digit percentage. One of the positions I really want to grow some more. I'm very excited about that. You guys can see right here context of the increase. This is what I like. This is what I like about AI. Revenue growth. Full year revenue was up 11% to $40 billion. Earnings per share growth. Adjusted full year EPS grew 14%. So yeah, they have great numbers. Business as usual with Visa in earnings. So definitely great from Visa. I'm gonna type in also the Google earnings to see if it gives me the Google earnings. All but SCHG. Oh, okay. All right. I see what you mean. Yeah, SCHG in my Roth portfolio is performing pretty good. I'm really excited about that one for sure. In SCHG. I'm glad I started that position in the Roth portfolio for sure. Unboxing Nams. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you there. Bijo, I can't look. I have HRL, PEP, and CMG killed today. I bet I'm down 12K. Oh, yeah, I think Chipotle, right? I think this one is CMG. I think it's Chipotle. Yeah, I don't think it was performing good. Pepsi also went down? I know, yeah, a lot in the Dow Jones. That's why my portfolio, my dividend portfolio, took a hit. Let me go in here real quick. But yeah, it took a hit. I do have Vici Properties in the red. Let me show you real quick my portfolio. But it's at $24,000 flat right now. I'm down to 9% in unrealized gains. Vici Properties in the red right now in my portfolio, $29.70. I got $502 in cash, so I'm gonna have to spend some of that cash in Vici Properties. You guys know that's from my sell on Apple, so if I could put it into a higher yield REIT, like Vici Properties, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Even though Apple is also performing really good, for sure. But this is my portfolio right there. Let me take a quick look at some of your positions. Let me see Pepsi real quick how it's performing. I still think that Pepsi long term is okay. Oh, it was down 2.64% today. That's why. Wow, down 4.49% in the last 5 days from 152. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Pepsi's fine. Forward PE 17. PE ratio right now is at 27. I think it will be fine. I think Chipotle. I think this is Chipotle, right? CMG. Yeah, Chipotle Mexican Grill. Yeah, this one is down 1.24%. Oh, it's down after hours 16.45%. Oh. The earnings were that bad? That's, wow, down 16.45%. I'm guessing the earnings call was after hours, right? Today. That's in Seeking Alpha. Chipotle, thanks. 15% after chain lower sales forecast again. Also, they lowered their forecast. That's why. I haven't eaten Chipotle in a while. I used to, but the past few times I had a bad experience in Chipotle, and I just stopped buying. Honestly, that's the thing with that, you know. But yeah, oof. All right, let me say who else is here. Hold on, there's a whole bunch of messages in the chat right now. So, Easy Street, that's why I think Google is undervalued, even though it went up. Just YouTube alone is $1 trillion. Yeah. I have to, you know, have to be with you on that one. Honestly, let me just open up Google right here. Oof. That's why I told you guys I was buying and buying and buying. You know, right now, after hours, 6.79% right now. $293. 300 down the corner, right around the corner, man. $293 in share price. Wow. Can't wait to look at my portfolio tomorrow. You know, my growth portfolio pretty much. But yeah, definitely good earnings right there. Wow, 2.65% in the day to day. It was up 2.65%. Last 5 days up 9%. I told you guys I was buying it. I know I was buying a little bit, you know, compared to other people, but I was buying it. I bought it in the 240s. I bought it in the 230s. Ah, man, you know, wish I would have bought a lot more, you know, but I bought it in the 200s. I bought it in the low 200s because I like Google. I had strong conviction in Google, you know. That's why I do these lives, so you guys can, you know, give your opinions in it. You know, strong buy, I have to agree. The earnings were good. Earnings were good. Let me see if I can Google AI. Alphabet earnings summary. Let me see if he will give me that. Hold on. Why is he? Maybe I'll just look it up. Let me see. Q3. Why does it look like this? Should like. I really want to open up the Google earnings. I think I'm gonna look it up on Google better, and then just look it up, and then we'll go through it real quick. Alphabet earnings. I'm gonna read a couple more comments. Let me see. Alphabet Investors Relations, and it is Q3, right? Let me see. Q3 2025. Yep, we're gonna take a look in a second. Let me see who else is here. The Thrill, what's up, Jay? Nice to see you there. The Thrill, you know, have a lot of things that I want to talk about. You know, I spoke about a few already. Visa double-digit dividend increase. We gotta take a look at Meta too, because Meta might be an opportunity right now. Google up after hours a lot. Woo, Easy Street. My portfolio is up 16.3% this year. If it continues like this, it might hit 20% at the end of the year. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome right there. Woo. Let me see. Anders, when I had Gemini evaluate my investments, it thought I will have 11.7 million by 2032. Told it you might be a bit off. I don't know. I'll be okay if we even close to that. You know, we even 10. So I'm okay if it's wrong by like, you know, $1 million. I definitely would be. Let me see. Easy Street. MasterCard is going to buy a crypto startup for $2 billion. There's news of it. Ooh, I gotta take a look at that too. Is Visa making a move similar to that? That would be great. Easy Street. Vici isn't doing well because U.S. tourism is down. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, tourism is down, but they still gotta collect the rent. They don't, you know, the good thing about Vici properties is that they own the property. They don't own the business, you know, so the business still gotta pay the rent, you know, regardless. They still gotta pay the rent, and it's a triple net lease too, so the business gotta take care of all the expenses and all that. They just sitting down, chilling, collecting the rent. That's what I like about Vici Properties. Same thing with Realty Income. Um, and let me see, Behold, CMG. I have 500 shares. Wow. Well, just continue to hold if you believe in the business long term. I never really looked into Chipotle. Really. I kind of liked the bowls before, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion right now. Maybe later on I'll have an opinion. Links Invest. Hey Jay, nice to see you there. Links. The thrill. I saw Vici at 32 and change. 32 and change. Getting back in at 27. Wow, if it goes back down to 27, that will be great. But I'm thinking about buying 2 shares tomorrow. Let me take a quick look. Let me just show you guys Google once again. $293 after hours. Good thing I'm done with my weekly challenge for the month of October. Because I might, as of right now, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna look at my gains and be like and enjoy them for now. PE ratio is probably gonna be like a 30 or so. I still don't think it's that bad, to be honest with you. But I will wait. I'm gonna wait until it goes back down. Hopefully, it goes back down. But probably Q4 is also gonna be good. Amazon is also announcing earnings. I think is tomorrow after hours. So that's another one. Maybe I should buy a little bit more before earnings. But let me take a look. Which one? Vici Properties. Let me see where the share price is at. I know it was pretty much all the Dow Jones that was down. All right, so it's slightly up, 0.77% at $29.93. It was $29.70. It even went down to $29.54. Man, I would have bought 2 shares. Honestly, I got $500 in cash in my dividend portfolio, so I would have bought a little bit. It's down 5% in the last 5 days, down almost 9% in the last month. Year to date is slightly up, 1.6%. But I really like this company. I like their business. So I want to buy some more. I honestly do. All right, let me see who else. Behold, goodbye. Yep. Let me see. And there's brokerage and Roth down a fraction of a percent overall. Not too bad, I suppose. That's great. That means you're very well invested, diversified. So that's good. That's always good. See, Easy Street. The UCO Realties report sometime this year. They decided to start buying property in Europe. They say there is potentially 30 T of property to invest in Whistle, only 40 in the US, something like that. No, I didn't read that. I didn't read that on the report. But that would be good business, though. I like that they expand and that they invest internationally too. Because that's always good. Land anywhere is land. As long as you own it. I have to take a look. What was something else that I wanted to take a look at? The Alphabet. Let me just show you real quick. At the Google's earnings. Let's just take a quick look. Whoops. So if you guys see right here, Consolidated Alphabet Q3 2025 increase 16% or 15% in constant currency year over year, $102 billion search. Google services revenues increased 14%. Google Cloud revenue increased 34%. Wow, that's great numbers right there from Google Cloud. Wow. Total operating income increased 9% and operating margin was 30.5%. Wow, this is like a beat everywhere pretty much. Net income increased 33% and EPS increased 35% to $2.87. Wow, that is good. That is good. Let me see YouTube ads. Oh, YouTube ads grew from 2024 to $10.2 billion. Wow. And they bought it for like $1 billion. They bought YouTube for like $1 billion. That's the crazy part. That's definitely a great, or one of the greatest ROIs, in history, I would say. Look at Google Cloud. It went from 11.3 billion last year, right? I think this is billions, to 15.1. Wow. Yeah. Google subscriptions is also up. Advertising, look at this, from 65 to 74. Wow. Great earnings right there. Great earnings. What was something that you guys liked from, from the Google earnings? This is definitely good numbers right there. Now I'm definitely, now I know why, they, hold on, let me change this real quick. Now I know why, they're up in share price so much. Everybody definitely bullish right now. Definitely bullish. Oh, man. Let me see, trillion. Oh, okay, that's what you mean by it. Okay. All right. All right, let me see. And there's someone offer me 1B for my business. I will sell. $1 billion. But I don't know. Look at it right now. It's generating $10 billion. I probably would have, sold it too and maybe invested in it in the stock market. But yeah, no, those are great numbers right there from Google. What was something else that I mentioned? Meta. I wanted to take a look at Meta. Any of you guys own Meta? Let me know in the chat. Wow, it's down. Let me see real quick. It's down 7.3% after earnings. What was it that they had in the earnings call that investors didn't like? Do you guys know by any chance? Any Meta shareholders? Because right now it's at $696 after hours from $751. PE ratio was at 33, so let's see what the PE ratio is with that share price. Strong buy. Analysts are still calling this a strong buy. Price target $825. Yeah, it's a nice upside from here. Let me see. It was up 2%, up 1%. Year to date, it was up 28%. So being down 7% is not much. It's still up 21% year to date, pretty much. So, maybe an opportunity soon to add some Meta platforms. Let me know in the chat. Let me know which one of you guys follow Meta, or should I just open the Meta earnings just to take a look at them real quick? I could definitely do that. Let me see. Easy Street, number up equal good. LOL. Yes, definitely. What's up, Jay from Jeremy? Nice to see you there, Jeremy. I'm late. I see you admiring Google earnings. Yeah, that was a nice one. Yeah, it was definitely great. I'm glad I was buying, man. I'm glad I built up my position right there in Google. I have a little bit more, but I have a little bit over 8 shares. Now is that time, Jeremy, when I say I wish I would have bought more. I wish I would have bought more. I should have a stronger conviction in Google Alphabet for sure. But I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit to see if, if it goes down in share price. But nice to see you there, Jeremy. Let me see. Easy Street. Without Google, YouTube wouldn't be YouTube. Yeah, that is true. That's a good opinion right there. A good quote. Anders, who cares? With 1 billion, I could buy my own business, jet, and live comfortably. Yeah, you're right about that, Anders. With $1 billion, yeah. With $1 billion, I don't think you could spend that in a lifetime. $1 billion, that's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. I don't think I could ever spend $1 billion in my life. How much would I spend a day if I had $1 billion? I would just probably spend, I don't even think I could spend like $1,000 in a day. I don't think so. Unless it's like one of those days that I'm going to go ahead and buy me a car or something. I don't know. What would you do with $1 billion, Anders? What would be the first thing you would do if you got $1 billion? All right. Easy Street. No, but it looks like a good buy. Yep. Okay, let me see. There was a one-time expense that brought EPS down. It would have been EPS if not for it. Are you talking about Meta? Is that what you're talking about? because I was asking to see why it was brought down after hours. That's probably what you're talking about. Let me see. Easy Street next quarter they will be back to expectations. Yeah, I think you're talking about Meta. Yeah, I think so too. I think Meta will be, if it continues to go down in share price, I think it will be a good buy. What do you guys think at a 33 PE ratio? Do you guys think it's a good buy? It will go down, slightly. So, Jeremy, it was a lump tax payment to prepaid taxes for the next 3 quarters. Total BS sell-off. I will be buying in the morning. Ah, yeah. So, if they were just paying taxes, that was it. That was the reasons why. If it's just that, I'll definitely that's definitely a buy. That's definitely a buy. If it was just that, if earnings were good, everything was good. Yeah. I like Meta. I like Meta long term too. I think Meta is gonna be fine long term. To be honest, Facebook is so popular. Yeah. I like Meta. If it's just that, Jeremy, yeah, I understand you on that. If you're buying tomorrow, for sure. Jeb is definitely wish I would have bought more season. Oh man, definitely. Woo! I wish I would have bought more. I'm even thinking, Jeremy. I don't know what you guys think, but Amazon after earnings tomorrow. Should I buy today before they announce earnings? Well, I mean tomorrow. I'm thinking about it. I'm seriously thinking about it. Even though I am going to be buying some Bitcoin ETF, just because I have is down, slightly down. After hours, Amazon is down. $228, so 0.6% down. Still a strong buy. Price target 266. I have a feeling that after earnings, it's going to be like 240, 245. Somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that, but, I have a feeling they're going to have some good earnings. Yeah, because I think it's tomorrow after hours. Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's October 30th. If I'm not mistaken, it's after hours. They've been cutting jobs too. 14,000 corporate jobs they cut, or they're cutting. But I think Amazon is going to have good earnings. So I don't know. It's up in the last 5 days, 5.6%. So I'm sure they are expecting it to, they're expecting something good. I don't know. I'm running out of cash too. Hold on. I got only $295 in cash. My Bitcoin position is in the red. So that's why I want to buy like a share or two. But I wouldn't mind buying a little bit more. My Google position is not updated. I got to put the last purchase that I made this week on it on Monday for the weekly challenge. I think iBit is going to be on my weekly challenge for the month of October. I think it is going to be. But I'm planning on buying 1 or 2 shares tomorrow if it stays down. We'll take a look at the price of Bitcoin in a little bit. But Amazon is the one. I got 8.02 shares. $1,500 invested in Amazon. I have been more bullish on Amazon because I didn't want to make the same mistake that I did with Alphabet, which I'm up 67% already, guys. 67%. And this is before the market opens. So I might be posting some updates tomorrow, in there, because 67% plus the plus the percent that is up now. Oh wow. I wish I would have had more. I really do, man. I don't know. This is one that I'm, regretting not buying more. But I got $295. I think I'm going to buy some Amazon tomorrow. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? Buying a little bit more Amazon tomorrow? Let me see. Anders, I could easily spend $1 billion. I have expensive hobbies. I think that even Anders, even with expensive hobbies, to spend $1 billion, you definitely have to buy a private jet. Use it a lot. Expensive hobbies? Like what hobbies? Even golf that is expensive, I think you could play golf for the rest of your life, with $1 billion and be good. So I don't know. Easy Street. You can spend $1 billion if you really try. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess if you just try to spend it and just buy things that you don't need, I think my question is, can you spend $1 billion with just only buying needs, right? Like you go to the movies, you go out to eat, do your daily thing, right? Not like trying to buy like two Ferraris, three Rolls Royce, and a mansion in LA, and then you're definitely gonna spend that quickly. But to spend $1 billion, let's say on your regular life, I don't know. I'll definitely take a couple vacations, every year. For sure. Easy Street, yes. Easy Street. Last time something like this happened, Meta had double digit returns the following year. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I think this is an opportunity that investors are giving you guys. Whoever that wants to build a Meta position. I don't have enough cash to build a Meta position, but I would consider it. I would consider it. Not financial advice, guys, but I would consider it. If I had, if I had more cash. All right, let me see who's in there. Let me see something real quick. All right, let's see who else is here. Anders, guess I haven't mentioned I like planes and have all the licenses. Oh, so you're a pilot. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, Anders. That's awesome. That's awesome. Planes? Wow. I don't even know what to ask, but that's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. Have you ever jumped off a plane with a parachute? That would be my question. My crazy question. Since you drive planes, or fly planes, that would be pretty cool. Have you ever jumped off a plane with a parachute? That would be pretty cool. That's something that I might never do. I'm still not sure if I'll ever do that. Behold, easy to spend $1 billion. Go buy a couple ribeye steaks. I think you could eat ribeye steaks for the rest of your life, and you still wouldn't be able to spend $1 billion. I don't know. I think that if I had $1 billion, I'd definitely put like a lot of money into SCHD, so I could just collect that dividend. So yeah, I think that would be some very nice dividends. Imagine spending out of that $1 billion, you put $100 million in SCHD. How much would that be in dividends? That would be that would be crazy. $1 million in $100 million into SCHD. That would be a lot of dividends every quarter. Anders, or a couple of ranches. Oh, that would be nice, Anders. I like that idea. Just pretty much get that $1 billion and get off the grid. Pretty much, just go buy a ranch. That would be awesome. Have a couple horses. That would be awesome. That's a great idea right there, Anders. I like that. Korean Cardboard, hey, nice to see you there, Korean Cardboard. Let me see, Jeremy, $1 billion. I will buy an island and a boat, and I'm good. The rest will be for bait. that would be. That's a good idea too. Buying an island, nobody bothers you. Ah, man, I would definitely. Yeah, if I buy an island, I'll definitely have a computer for sure. I gotta, somehow socialize with people, right? But definitely a PlayStation, or a computer for gaming. Have to do that. That would be pretty cool, actually. That would be pretty cool. Let me see. And there's bait or bail. Let me see. Then there's never jumped, but have flown planes with a parachute on my back. That is so cool, man. That is so cool. That is pretty cool. Could be both Anders. Oh, Anders was talking to to Jeremy, I think. All right. Chris, OpenAI aims for IPO filing by 2026 with listing by 2027. Ooh, who here? Who in the chat? How many people are here in the chat? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. But that's a good one. That's a good question. I really want to... Hold on. Let me see. Can I get the, the menu? Come on, pop up. Oh, it's right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. But that would be one good question. Out of everybody here, right? Let me see. There's 15 of you guys, only 10 likes. So I would appreciate it if you guys hit the like button, please. That would be very, very important. But which one of you guys, if OpenAI IPOs, will invest in OpenAI? Out of the 15 of you guys right there in the chat. Let me know. Let me know real quick in the chat for sure. I don't know. Would I invest in OpenAI? It's difficult. I don't know. I have to take a look. I know they are the competition pretty much to Google, Alphabet, so I don't know. That means I'll have to maybe reconsider Alphabet. Let me see. Korean Cardboard. I bought more HESM and ARK. May try to build up for monthly income, my monthly income ETFs next few months. Speaking of SCHD, oh yeah, I know SCHD went down in share price, but I think that's an opportunity. What's the it's in it right now. Maybe it is should be close to 4%. Yeah, it's at $26 once again. I like it because right now the dividend yield is probably 3.9 something percent. So that's not bad. That's not bad. 3.99 something percent, double digit dividend growth. I don't know, Korean Cardboard, if you were here in the last stream, but I was doing the ETF screener and was showing the dividend growth for SCHD since inception. Crazy. The last 10 years. It's crazy dividend growth. Nobody was able to beat it, so far. But double digit dividend growth, percentage dividend growth. That's always great. I don't know. I always like that. The thrill. Buy more Google. Next thing you know, the stock will be $325. That is, that's a very good point right there, man. Google right now is at the point where I wish I would have bought more. And Jeremy knows this. But for sure, look at this, $293. Oh, probably, maybe by next quarter. Do you think it's gonna reach $300? Do you think it's gonna reach $300? This year. Definitely very close, very, very close to $300. Wow, 325. Probably with next quarter's earnings. I think that will be, yeah. All right. Let me see who else. Right now, I get $94 per quarter with SCHD. If I sold all of it, I'd be able to get $114 a month with an income ETF. Yeah, if you want to make that move, definitely think about it. You also have the higher expense ratio, right? Man, yeah, I know. Yeah, just really think about it. Let me see. OpenAI, Jeremy. OpenAI looking to IPO with a $1 trillion valuation. Wow. Would you invest in it, Jeremy? Maybe you put it over here in the chat already. Easy Street. No, they lose money every quarter. Who was it? Who was I talking about? I forgot who I was talking about. Oh, are you talking Easy Street? Are you talking about OpenAI IPO? Is that what you're talking about? Anders, OpenAI? No. Oh, so Anders wouldn't invest in OpenAI. Korean Cardboard, probably not. Nope. Okay, Easy Street. That's what you mean by it. Yeah. That you probably wouldn't invest. East Boogie, no, also. Wow, nobody will invest in OpenAI. I will buy OpenAI with a $200 billion valuation, but not what it's going for these days. Yeah, very, very good opinion right there. Let me see. The thrill. Why do people buy the dip but don't buy a stock that keeps going up in price? I learned to average up and it has worked better than buying the dip. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I think, if I'm understanding this correctly, what you're what you're talking about is anchoring, right? The anchoring to the share price. Because sometimes when people like, sometimes like for example in Google, Alphabet, right? When it was going up in share price, right here, when it was going up in the 200, I still thought it was a buy, in the 190s. I wish I would have bought more, to be honest with you. And I know I keep on repeating it. But I thought the PE ratio was good. But yeah, a lot of times as investors, we anchor to the share price that we bought it at before. So we bought it right here in the 160s, 150s, 170s, not really thinking about like the earnings, that they're going to continue to grow with this company, we can predict the future, right? So all right, let me change to the other screen. Sorry about that. But what I was talking about, it was this right here. Even when it was in the 190s, 180s, I still thought that it was good, even though it was going up in share price. But we all, investors a lot of times anchor to the share price. And, that happens. That happens a lot. That happens to me. It has happened a lot of times to me. I'm not going to say that I've been perfect. Definitely, but it happens. You start seeing the share price grow and you start seeing some nice gains in your position in the green, and then you're like, oh man, should I bring my cost per share up like with it? And we just gotta, I guess, have a stronger conviction, right, in these companies, like I've been having with Amazon. I've been buying. Even though it's up in the 220s, once again, I've been buying it, but also buying a dip is great, when it dips, especially for no reason. Like, for example, what Jeremy shared with Meta, that I think is just something, just for paying taxes, and he took a share price dip with the business continuing to grow and grow. I think that's a good opportunity right there, when you have those kind of dips. Let me see. And there's Jeremy, by 2027, it might be worth $200 billion. That's with OpenAI from Anders. Jeremy West, true. Easy Street, OpenAI. Yep. I knew about that. Jeremy, Thrill, not wrong, but stocks as they're crashing up, not crashing down. Yeah. Oh, buy stocks. Not bust stocks, but yeah, buy stocks. As they're crashing up, not crashing down. Yeah. But yeah, that's how it is, And earnings right now with Google, Alphabet, definitely good earnings right there. Let me see where the stock market is. Let me open up SPY, sorry. The S&P 500, let's see where is that after hours. Let me take a quick look pre-market. It's at $688. So SPY is slightly up. Let me see QQQ. The Nasdaq is slightly up to 0.05%. I don't know. What are you guys going to be buying this week? Are you guys buying anything else? Let me know there in the chat. Let me take a quick look at the Bitcoin price. If you guys don't mind. Let me see. It's at 110,000 right now. It was down to 109. So that means that my IBIT position, let me see after hours, slightly up. It's still down under my call. So I'm thinking about buying 1 or 2 shares of IBIT tomorrow. I'm probably going to throw a few dollars into Amazon too, right before earnings. I might be wrong and it might take a share price, dip or something, but I think I'm gonna take a chance. I want to buy some more Amazon. I want to build it up a little bit more. Let me see Amazon after hours. It's at 229 right now, overnight. So down 0.36%. So yeah, let's see. All right, Anders, SGov, O, and MAA. Realty Income. Oh, you're gonna buy Realty Income? You always mention SGov. iShares. Let me see what this is. The Treasury bond. SGov. What's the yield on this? Yield 4.35%. Yeah. That's great right there. 4.35. That's higher than my high yield savings account right now. I think mine is like a 3.8 or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty good right there. 0 to 3 month treasury bond. Yeah, I see you buying a lot of that. And there's MAA. What is that? MAA. Mid America. Let me see. Apartment Communities Inc. PE ratio. What is this? Is this a REIT? Let me see. Oh yeah, it is a REIT. And the let me see the yield. The yield is 4.64%. I can't go by the PE ratio on this. But you're buying this. It's at a dip right now. Last 5 days is down 6%. Last month is down 8.9%. Last 6 months is down 19.8%. Year to date is down 18.3%. Okay. What is this? Oh, residential. So this is about apartments? That would be pretty cool, actually. Now maybe I should look into this one. To own an apartment REIT? That would be pretty cool. All right, let me see who else is in there. My Hyper from Easy Street. My Hyper Liquid crypto is holding up better than BTC ATM. My Hyper Liquid crypto. I'm not familiar with that. You're gonna have to teach me on that a little bit. But yeah, let me see. B-Hole. Likely buying some more SCHD under $27. Yeah, I like it. I like it under $27. You know, I like it under $27. Maybe I should buy one share tomorrow. It's not a bad idea. Since I'm going to be buying, I'm going to log in to buy some Bitcoin ETF, most likely under my cost. I'll probably throw a couple dollars into Amazon. I'm still thinking about it. I think I might do it. But I could buy one more share of SCHD. I have $502. So if I buy 2 shares of Vici, that will be... Hold on. If I buy 2 shares of Vici under $30, it's going to be $60. And then another 26. Yeah. I'll still stay with $400 in my... Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I think I'm going to buy 2 shares of Vici. Hopefully it stays under $30, Vici Properties. Want to buy 2 shares of Vici and 1 share of SCHD tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking of buying. And then I'm going to buy another share or 2 of Bitcoin ETF, most likely. I'll probably just buy 1 share for now. And then just throw a couple dollars into Amazon. That's what I think is going to be my buys tomorrow. What are you guys buys, this week? What else are you guys going to buy? Putting my emergency fund plus holding for Roth IRA for 2026 in SGOF. Okay. All right. Well, you're going to be earning a 4% dividend yield. So that's definitely nice right there. Minor stake in MAA. About 5% of my portfolio when done buying. Okay. That's a good plan right there. It has a nice dividend yield too. Right there. But yeah, definitely. What else was it that I was talking about that I wanted to share? I pretty much hit Visa, double-digit percent dividend increase. Vici Properties, really, I think I'm going to be buying 2 shares tomorrow. Hopefully stays under $30 though. That's what I'm going to try to keep an eye on. Under $30. I want to buy 1 or 2 shares tomorrow. Buying 1 share of SCHD under $27. Looks really, really good. Yeah, I think that's where my opportunities are at because my portfolio was down pretty bad. It was down pretty bad, honestly. Being honest. Hold on, let me see if I can, But yeah, it was down pretty bad. I'll show you real quick. I'll show you guys. Hold on, let me just, yeah. Let me show you guys real quick. Hold on, right here. Yep. So if I show you guys, just give me 1 second. Let me change the camera. But you guys see today's gain and loss. All of my positions right here in the red, down $252. Oof. It was not a good day on this portfolio, but it was a good day to buy, though. It was a good day to buy. I wish I would have bought some Vici properties at $29.50. But I'm really considering buying tomorrow. You know, an SCHD, I was down $84, down $25 in Procter & Gamble. Oh, Procter & Gamble is also $148. It's at $148. That's another opportunity right there. Visa was down $25. Vici Properties down $25. Wow, I was down on everything. Everything. CamView, I'm down pretty bad. I want to move on from that company. I should have moved on before, honestly, on my CamView position. But look at this, $252 down. Wow. But I wanna buy tomorrow. I wanna make a couple buys. Oh, Brainchild, nice to see you there, Brainchild. I keep buying. SCHD now is dropped. Yeah. I was just talking about it, Brainchild. You know, thinking about buying one more share tomorrow. Let me see. Jeremy, Palantir touched $200. Apple, $272. Nvidia with a $5 trillion market cap. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Nvidia real quick. Definitely. Wow, $5 trillion market cap. Hold on. Oh, it's at the top. It's in the trending. It's trending right here. You guys can see it. $5.03 trillion market cap right here. It's at $207 right now. Wow. 16% in the last month. I could have bought, you know, maybe done a swing trade real quick in the 180s. Just buy some and then sell it right now. I would have had like almost a 20% gain right there. You know, year to date is up 54%. Last year up 47%. But look at this year to date. Wow. Wow. Who bought it here in the 90s? Who added more in the 90s of Nvidia? Yeah, and then Apple. Let me see Apple real quick. AAPL. Apple is $270 after hours. It's up right now. You know, it was $270. It's $269. It closed. Wow, PE ratios are 41. Yeah. I don't know. Last 5 days is up 4.3%. Last month up 5%. Year to date is up 7.7%. So yeah, I sold the, where was it? 230 something. I think it was in the 230s, somewhere around there when I sold it. Yeah, I'm okay. I only have one share. Honestly, it was very small. It's not that the company's bad. Wow, $4 trillion. I didn't know this, Jeremy. It hit the market cap, $4 trillion market cap on Apple. Wow. All right, let me see. Jeremy, what a time to be alive and invested. Yeah, definitely. Staying invested, I think, is the best. Hey, Jay, can you take a look at Allstate? Allstate, that's an insurance company. Allstate, let me see. The Allstate Corporation, is this it? Hold on, let me take a quick look. This is it? This is the one that you're talking about, Allstate? Yeah, passenger auto, homeowners, personal insurance. I need to start, you know, thank you for this one, unboxing NAMs, because I need to change my car insurance. They're charging me too much already. I think I gotta start changing that. I gotta start looking into changing so they can, you know, give me a better offer and just bring it down slightly. Maybe that will give me some more money to buy some more SCHD too. So, all right. Market cap $50 billion. Let me see. PE ratios at 8.9. Forward PE at 7.4. Price target is 227. Wow, an upside of 19.5% from here. 2% dividend yield. So analysts are calling this a buy. Let me see. In the last 5 days, it's down 2.4%. Last month is down 10.7%. Year to date is flat. Last year is also flat. Last 5 years is up 115%. It's on a dip right now. It's on a dip. Wow, PE ratio is so low. Are insurance companies that low? In this one, I know I gotta take a look at other numbers. Policy benefits. Let me see, 41.6. I gotta learn how to read these ones, the insurance companies though. Total revenue $66.2 billion. Let me see. Operating income is a $6.87 billion, so it's growing. I know there's something else that I need to take a look at in here, but shares. Oh, they're buying back shares. That's good. I like that. So revenue is growing. They're buying back shares, which is great. Let me see. Earnings per share is a 21.5. Wow, $21.54. Free cash flow, a lot of free cash flow, 8.54 billion. Let me see free cash flow per share real quick. It's at 31.7. Wow, they have a lot of free cash flow. I like this. I have to learn a little bit more on how to. It's just because of the insurances. You know, I think they have a lot of liabilities and stuff. Let me see. It's 8.9, 8.09. I kind of like some of the numbers that I see here, honestly. Let me see the dividend. Dividend growth 7.4%, so that's good. $1 per share per quarter. I have to look at it a little bit more, honestly. I can't give you like a straight opinion. From what I see, it looks good though. From what I see, it looks good. But I know I'm missing some things that I need to look at. Let me see. The dividend growth, 4%, 4%. Now they have been growing their dividend a little bit more as of lately, which is a good sign. I like some of the things that I saw on this one. If it takes a little bit more of a share price dip, I think it will be good. But look at the analyst share price, right? We shouldn't go by that, but you know, we shouldn't go by the forecast. But the forecast, the low is $22. That would be an 88% from here. Holy moly, that will scare me though. From the forecast, average $227, high $285. How strong of a conviction you have on this company? That will be my question to you. But they have been growing their revenue. Look at this, year over year. Their EPS, their earnings per share has grown too. I kind of like it, honestly. I don't know, but I might be missing something though. You know. So I can't give you a straight up opinion, but I kind of like what I saw. Let me see, Brainchild. I think I'm going to add a position of PG if he drops on the 145. That's a good plan right there. $145. Defensive position. Just remember that. You know, it might not grow like Palantir. You know, which is now. You know, Jeremy put it on there in the chat. Palantir. What was it? $199. It hit 200, right? I think it hit 200. It's not gonna grow like this, but you know, I want it for the long term. I like PG for the long term. 13.2% in the last 5 days is up. Palantir. Holy moly! Year to date is up 162%. Wow. Any of you guys that are planning on taking gains on Palantir on your positions? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I think I would have been nervous already in taking gains, to be honest with you. In a company like this, I would get very nervous. I don't know. I would look at this PE ratio, 659. I just really have to take a look at the company, you know, the contracts that they have and all that. But I don't know. I would just get so nervous. That's why I'm investing in Bitcoin too, so I can start getting used to the volatility, to be honest with you. Let me see, Jeremy. My wife picked up a few shares of Vici today. Very good buy. I like that. I like that. You know, that's very smart. Nice dividend yield. Went down in share price. Jeremy, I'm really thinking about picking up like 2 shares tomorrow. Hopefully it goes a little bit under $29. That would be great. I'm going to try to keep an eye on it. Let me see. Korean Cardboard. I get my JPM and SPY divs tomorrow, which will buy me a single share of QDVO. I will also drip QDVO's dividend tonight. What is QDVO? Let me take a quick look. Let me take a look. Okay, so it's one of these amplified CWP growth and income ETF. So it's one of those income ETFs. Only $388 million in assets under management. Expense ratio 0.55%. Dividend yield is 8.84%. Wow. Hold on. Total returns since inception 28.3%. You know, I wonder how these ETFs will perform when we have a correction, a market correction. But if you guys see, yeah, they hold Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Google, all hot stocks right now. I think Microsoft is hot right now too. Meta, Broadcom, AMD, Visa, Netflix. Wow. Costco. My favorite store, Costco. I need to invest in Costco, to be honest with you. All right, but that sounds good. It sounds like you got a plan right there. The Thrill. Do you guys have a stop loss on your investments? I don't do that. I barely ever sell, to be honest with you. But that would be good, you know, in the chat. Let's see if somebody answers. The Thrill. I own Prudential in my dividend portfolio. That's an insurance company too, right? Brainchild. The Thrill. I'm interested in this too. I'm guessing in Prudential. Let me see, Jeremy. Shop your car and home insurance every year. You don't have to switch, but it's good to know if you're getting the best deal or not. Don't spend money you don't have to. Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, I do have to, because for the last 2 years I have NJM, you know, insurance. So I gotta look for somewhere else. Yeah, I gotta do that this weekend. I definitely gotta do that. Let me see if I find some time to do it, because I want to save like a couple more dollars. The Thrill. Brainchild. I'm adding when the price drop under $98. Good dividend yield. I'm also looking to add PNG. Okay. Okay, you guys are talking about Prudential. Easy Street. To answer your question about Hyperliquid, it's a crypto with a potential ETF soon. They use 98% of their revenue to buy back the token and earn 3 to 6 million daily, and has been grow revenue every month. Let me take a look. I gotta Google it. Let's Google it. I always gotta Google everything. I don't do OpenAI. I gotta support my the companies that I invest in. All right, let me see. What is this? Hyperliquid. It is an app. Hyperliquid Price Coin. Let me see. What is this? Let me show it right here. I think I could show it. Yep. Okay. Oh, so it's at $47. Oh, okay. So it's a coin. It's a crypto coin. $47.83. Let me see. Last 24 hours. In the last week. How do I read this though? What is the ticker symbol? Hype? Is that it? Maybe I could just take a look in right here. I learned how I can read this one better. Hyperliquid USD. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, right. This is it right here. Let me see. In the last 5 days, it's up 8.24%. Wow, nice. Last month up 5.7. Wow, last 6 months is up 139%. Wow. Year to date, it's up 100%. Last year is up 1,395% in 1 year. Wow, what is this? Do you gotta have a crypto wallet to invest in this? I'm guessing, right? That's something I gotta get familiar with. I kind of want to, honestly. Do any of you guys, know anything about that you guys can tell me in the chat? Because I'm kind of interested, to be honest. I'm kind of interested in it. But wow. Leo Ramirez, nice to see you there in the chat. Hey, how about CVS? I don't think I will invest in CVS. I've seen a couple pharmacies closing by me, like more and more. And isn't there Amazon going to do what was it? I think Amazon was doing something with medications and stuff. I forgot. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but let me see. CVS strong buy, they're calling it, but only upside of 1.81%. Let me see the share price real quick. Last month is up 6.3%. Year to date, wow, it's up 79.5%. That nice of earnings they have. Let me see. Oh, the revenue is growing. Operating income. Oh, I'm confusing it with Walgreens. Walgreens and Rite Aid. Those are closing. I've seen a couple Walgreens and Rite Aids closing. CVS does have a little bit more business. $9.84 billion in operating income. Let me see. Shares outstanding. They're buying back shares, which is another good sign. Earnings per share is kind of flat, 0.37. Let me see. Free cash flow is going down to 6.29 billion. Free cash flow per share is also going down to 4.97. All right. Let me see how much debt they have. $81.75 billion in debt. What? That's a whole lot of debt. That's a whole lot of debt. No dividend growth in the last couple of years. Last dividend growth was in beginning of 2023, in January. That they went from 55 cents to 60.5 cents. I don't know. It doesn't call my attention. They just have a lot of debt, though. They just have a lot of debt. I will just look at that, Leo. Just look at that. Just look into the debt. Why do they have so much debt? And then just compare the financials to the debt, like the free cash flow to see. But yeah. Let me see, Jeremy. I took out my original cost basis out of Palantir at 150, but kind of wish I held a little longer. Yeah, definitely. But either way, my position is house money. Oh, okay, yeah. So you already got whatever you invested. You're good. Right now, everything is just gains. That's good, man. That's good right there, Jeremy. For sure. That's good. And it looks like it's going to continue to go up. So I don't know. Easy Street, yes. It's kind of insane. From Easy Street. Yeah. About Hyperliquid, yeah. Yeah. 1,000% in the last year. That's crazy. Easy Street, there is an ETF filled at the moment. If it's approved, you could buy the stock. That's a good idea too. Hyperliquid buys back their coins like stock buybacks, which means over the next 5 to 10 years, the coin could have 20 to 30% of their shares, coins out of circulation, making the rest more valuable. Okay, that's understandable. Right there. The thrill. I just sold some Palantir share, original cost too. Okay, that's good. That's good right there. You got your money. You got your money, and then now all you have is gains. That is great right there. That is great right there. Definitely happy for you guys, man. Amazon, Jeremy. Amazon wants to stick vending machines in your doctor's offices to get your prescriptions. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I knew. Thank you, Jeremy. Kind of takes away the need for a CVS or Walgreens. Plus, there's WMT. They are going to do prescription delivery. Yeah, that's the one thing about CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid. That's why near me here in New Jersey, I've just seen Rite Aids and Walgreens closing. Quite a few of them. You know, I have one by me, a Rite Aid, and it closed. And then now I forgot what they're gonna build there, but yeah, So I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. So and then Walmart also with their prescription delivery. I'm telling you, that's where that's why I'm so bullish on Amazon. That's why I want to buy even more tomorrow because I think Amazon, Walmart definitely going to continue to be well, I guess Amazon is the competition to Walmart, but you know, I think Walmart will adapt. I think Walmart will adapt. I don't think Walmart is a bad company, to invest in for the future. I think Walmart will adapt to the future because they do have. I've seen a lot of people also near me that I've spoken to that they like the new Walmart subscription that they have. I think it's Walmart Plus or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it definitely helps out. Uh, so a lot of people like that, for ordering. So Walmart and Amazon, a vending machine by the doctor's office. I think that's a game changer right there. I remember seeing that, and thank you, Jeremy, for reminding me. But that's definitely a game changer. You you go to your doctor, they give you a prescription, and then from there you just as soon as you walk outside the doctor's office, you could pick up the prescription without having to drive to CVS. Sometimes the people have an attitude too. Because sometimes the pharmacists do have an attitude. So if you can avoid that, especially whenever that happens, and you can avoid that and just go to the vending machine and boom, just get it real quick. That's definitely a game changer. Let me see. Also, don't forget about Hims. Yeah, Hims is another one. Yeah, they do prescription deliveries too. For sure. Let me see. Easy Street. I remember asking my dad to buy Nvidia when I was in high school, but he was too lazy to help me open up a shares account. This was in 2016. Wow. Wow, Easy Street. Wow. And Nvidia right now is like, do you think you would have held it though this long? If you bought Nvidia? I don't know. I think you start getting tempted to selling. It's like right now I have some very nice gains in Google. Sometimes I'm like, should I sell it and take some gains? Like that would feel pretty good. That would be a nice dopamine rush, but nah, I'm gonna hold it long term, so don't. But yeah, I don't know. The thrill. Walgreens, my biggest mistake. The only good thing about Walgreens tax harvesting. Oh, so you sold it and you got some tax. Okay, you sold it at a loss and got some tax harvesting. So, okay, that's not bad. It's not a bad move. But yeah, I see Walgreens and Rite Aids like those are the pharmacies by me. So they've been closing and closing, which is not good. Let me see, Jeremy. Don't sleep on WMT. It's a beast in the making. Yeah, I have to agree. I think you know I think Walmart and Amazon and Costco, because Costco's always packed. Costco just gotta stay the way it is, with the warehouse style of shopping. Those are my three, I guess retails, even though Amazon is an e-commerce, but those will be my three that I have more conviction for the future. I think Target eventually. I think Target eventually is gonna be like a JCPenney. I think unless they adapt, but I just haven't seen them adapt though. They're still more expensive than other stores. When you go, you find the same thing that you find at Walmart for let's say $2. They have it there for $3, $4. and people are gonna go for more cheaper stuff. They're not gonna go for more expensive, you know. So I don't know. I'm worried about Target. I might be wrong though. I might be wrong, but I'm worried about Target a little bit. Let me see. Coax. I wish I started investing much earlier in life. Yeah, I know. Me too. I think a lot of people do. You know, that's my biggest mistake. Nah, man. Look, all you can do is just continue investing. Continue. Stay consistent. Stay consistent, and trust me. You know, sometimes even like I always do, instead of me going to buy a cup of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or something like that, I just make it at home. You know, it cost me what, like less than a quarter to make it at home, and those other $5 that I'm saving, I put them in a stock, and I just buy fractional shares, and I have been growing my portfolios like that. The guys can tell you, some of the people in the chat, they can tell you that I just been buying. I buy $5, $10, $20, $30, $25. Whatever I can. I have about $17 of a stock. And I just been growing my positions. So just stay consistent. And if you can get any side hustles or things like that, like sometimes I know how to do some mechanic work. So I have done like spark plug changes, brake changes, and things like that, and I can just get a couple extra dollars, and sometimes I go ahead, make those extra couple dollars, deposit it into my bank account, move it over to my brokerage, and invest it. Buy me one share of SCHD or so. Those are some things that help out. If you have any skills that you can make some extra money, you just never know. The good thing too is that, I always say things happen for a reason, right? God is always good and things always happen for a reason. So if you just started investing, it's for a reason, maybe this is the best time for you to invest. More knowledge, you're probably wiser with your money. You just never know. It's always good. It's always good. Don't. Easy Street, 100% would have held. I wanted to buy it because I'm a gamer. Harder to buy a trillion than 60 billion. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Jeremy, all realty income had to pivot to European properties and data centers because of Walgreens and CVS closings. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I'm also bullish on realty income, because they do adapt. And they invest in other real estate companies, so which is good. I think they have been investing in warehouses for a while already. So yeah, data centers is the future. Also, one thing that I gotta take a look at a couple companies. I know I looked at FIX, which one of you guys mentioned it in there. But you gotta take a look at some of those air conditioning companies, because that's gonna be very much needed for those data centers. The real estate for sure, the HVAC, all that, those companies. Those are companies to look at, man. And even Caterpillar. Caterpillar is another one. Why not check Caterpillar out? Because they're gonna need the machines to build those data centers too. So those are companies that, you just never think about, right? You kind of like think, same thing as me. I always think about, just, NVIDIA and Amazon and Google. But, let's take a look also at the land, and who takes care of the land and the building, the infrastructure pretty much, that is going to hold all these data centers. Walgreens went private from the thrill. Easy Street, Jeremy West, European properties are quite valuable. Lots of cities with growing property values and limited space. That's always good, because I want to hold realty income into retirement. So if they continue to invest like that, that is great. I got to take a look at their website. Agreed, Easy. They are very bullish on it. Yep. That's why I like realty income. And I gotta think about, what's his name? Tim's advice on turning on the drip, on realty income. I was thinking about it, these past 3 days, honestly. the comment from Tim, and I do think I'm gonna turn it on, honestly. Behold, SCHD has Target in it. Target is one that is dragging down SCHD. Yeah, they'll probably move on from it. In the next year, in March when they do the I forgot the name of it, but when they change their holdings and stuff. Easy Street. It's crazy how friends my age don't think about saving a little here and there will help in the long term. I know someone who can invest $200 to $300 a month, but instead lets it sit in his bank. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Something that that could be mentioned is like the high yield savings account. But yeah, no, I know about that. I don't have many people that I talk about, investing in money. A couple of people have kind of like shown some interest, so I've spoken like a few things here and there. But you know, yeah, definitely. I have people around me too that but I just don't know how to start a conversation like that, especially with people that don't invest, that I don't think they invest. So, and I don't think they invest at all. So, I don't even know how to start a conversation. But yeah, I know. But I'm definitely focused on what I'm doing. Let me see, Jeremy. Cat exploded on earnings. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Jeremy. Honestly, I'm really thinking more and more, and I know I have mentioned Cat since I went on the Disney trip when I came back from Disney, because I saw so many machines everywhere. Then now that I think about it more and more, that's definitely a good opportunity there. With all the building that there's gonna be done, Nvidia, all these companies are investing so much in capex, in data centers, AWS data centers, Microsoft, Azure, Google, cloud. They need real estate for that too. I'm hoping Realty Income buys some of that land that they can rent to those companies. To be honest, and there's 5 months on the reconstitution. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Anders. Yeah, the reconstitution of SCHD. That happens later on. They'll probably kick out Target, maybe. But look into liquid cooling equipment over air conditioning. The new GPU racks are all going to be liquid cooled. Oh, you see that? Those are some good things that you gotta think about when you think about data centers. Definitely the more you know about these things, the better. Liquid cooling equipment. We just gotta take a look at see which companies have that and which companies make that are in the stock market that we can definitely help. HD not helping SHD either. Oh, Home Depot. Yeah, I think. Do you think Amazon is gonna take some market share in Home Depot and Lowe's? I don't know. All right. Easy Street. He doesn't even have a savings account. He just lets it sit there and do nothing and doesn't care. Wow. Is that like your friend, your cousin, or well, maybe you don't want to go there, but let me see. What can I say? It is crazy to see, yeah, to know someone like close to you like that don't invest, and you've been investing, and you know that with that money, you could get this yield, in dividends, or maybe just investing something like SoFi, or anything like that you can hold into the future, right? Companies like that, Amazon, Google, can buy some of any shares, yeah. I guess I don't know that feeling yet. I know some people that can, but I don't have that feeling just yet. I'm guessing that's a close friend, which is probably why you feel that way. You feel like, man, like, this close person to me is just, wasting their time when they could be, investing. So, yeah, no. Man, I don't know. And maybe he has so much money he doesn't care. Probably. Probably. Easy. Not just data centers. They need nuclear power to power all those data centers. Do you think they do? or is it gonna be electric? Well, I guess nuclear power. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. Jeremy, if you don't figure out how to make money in your sleep, you will work until you die. That's why I'm working on my dividend portfolio. That's why I'm working on it. That's why I have to really I have to continue increasing my dividend. I gotta update my visa, but I'm at $817 in estimated yearly dividends right now from my dividend portfolio. And then wait until I build up that Vici position some more. That's definitely. Um, Let me see. Easy Street Anders. Anders, he doesn't. LOL. I've known him since childhood, and I lap him in net worth. Okay. Yeah. But I'm guessing you inside you want to help him. You want to, maybe show, him or her, you want to help your friend. Yeah, because it's your friend. Yeah. Yeah. It's your friend. So sad, but I know some of those as well. So Anders know the feeling too. I guess I don't know the feeling yet, but I'm sure you kind of want to help, earn some more money. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what to say, but uh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say, honestly. Let me see. And there's electric transmission line reads. Let me see. Easy Street. I learned from my dad. Since most people he went to school with can't retire properly, so I started from as soon as I can and try to help my own friends. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm trying with my son. He's only 6 years old, and I do mention like dividends. I do mention certain things to him, so he can start getting used to it. And sometimes when I tell him I'm gonna record a video, he tells me like, about dividends, and I'm like, yes, about dividends and investing. So I do put things here and there in his mind, so he starts getting used to knowing about that. And then later on, I'm gonna, tell him, I'm gonna start teaching him how to invest for sure. But I want my son to start like ASAP. I gotta look into one of those accounts for kids. It's hard from Jeremy. It's hard to convince people investing is in their best interest. It's an immediate gratification generation for sure. Yeah, that is another thing, Jeremy, that people also, like if you start talking about people in investing, if you don't tell them that they're going to put $500 today and then have $50,000 by next Tuesday, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? That's what I see a lot too. Like if you tell them, oh, well, I put $500 and I earn 10% in a week. I'm up 10%, which is whatever, $50. They're like, oh, well, that's nothing. What is that? Just $50? That's nothing. Well, it's 10% in 1 week. That's pretty good. But if it's not millionaire status, I guess not. And a lot of times what happens too is like, people don't even pay attention to you until you reach, until you reach the top, or you reach pretty high, what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah. I have mentioned what I'm doing, in here to a couple people, and it's like, yeah, they don't care, they don't care. But I'm sure later on, people are probably going to be like, yeah, oh my gosh, how did you do that? How did you do that? Well, all this time that I've been there, and I have mentioned to you, and I have, said things to you, I've been just putting money in the market, and I've been learning about investing and earning, like what I was earning. How much was it? If I pull up my chart, hold on, let me show you guys something real quick. Whoops. But like right here, when you're earning only $35 in a quarter, it's nothing. You know what I mean? That's not much. When you're earning $100, is not much. When you're earning $200, is not much. But once you start earning in a single quarter like $15,000, $20,000, then they're like, oh, hold on, how you doing that? I want to do that. But it takes this. It takes this time, for you to invest to then, get to that $10,000, $15,000 in a quarter, right? But people don't want to go through this. People don't want to go through this. They want to jump from here to here by Wednesday. That's pretty much what it is. Hold on. I think I'm like, all right, let me see. Anders is onto something there with the transmission lines. Let me see. Anders, granted, some of us investors are almost like vegans when it comes to talking and trying to convince people. That's a good one. Bro might be cooking from Easy Street. That was a good one. Behold, FYI, retirement is great. That's good. That's good right there. Let me see. Anders, I thought my dad to invest at 14 bought a bunch of shares in a company called Tomra. The 25 cents a share. Wow. Traded for $12.79 today. Oh, wow. Nice. That's awesome. Nice gains right there. I've been investing in these stocks for nuclear power. URA and OKLO. Okay. Maybe we should take a look into those in the next stream. Because it's getting late. I think we gotta go to sleep. I have shoulder day tomorrow in the morning. So I gotta get me my rest. I got shoulders. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. So I got shoulders tomorrow, back on Friday. So I gotta go get my workout. Gotta go get my little bit of cardio. I gotta do a little bit more cardio though. I've been slacking the past couple of months. So then now the past 2 weeks I've been doing a little bit more cardio. I gotta lose a little bit of the, of that. So, and you can kind of feel it when you try to tie your shoelaces. I've been also eating a lot of sweets, which I love sweets, and I gotta slow down. I really gotta slow down. All right, but that will be a good one, unboxing names. Hopefully see you on the next stream so we can take a look at those. And then just mention it. That would be nice to mention it. I know guys that will blow half their check on DraftKings, but look at me like I got 3 heads if I say S&P 500. Yeah, because they just want that quick, dopamine hit. They just want the, okay, I put $20 into so-and-so, and then now I hit a parlay that I made $3,000, that's what they want. So it is very difficult to pretty much teach people, about investing. Yeah, they don't want to wait. They don't want to wait that 8% year-over-year growth in the next certain amount of time, or 10-12% year-over-year growth. They just want a 1,000% banger by next Wednesday, or before. I think I did something here. I'm hoping I didn't delete anybody's message. But yeah, definitely something that something that a lot of people, they just want. That's why a lot of people go into DraftKings and those betting sites, and even the lottery. What if you put, those $5 that people put in the lottery on a daily basis? If they put it into SCHD, how many shares would they have in a year? And then continue after that. Just continue buying $5, every day, into SCHD or SCHG, for example. You put $5 on SCHG on a daily basis instead of putting it into Starbucks or or a lottery ticket. Woof. Man, in 20 years, you'll have a very nice amount of shares. Is Boogie definitely slow down on the sweets? Yeah, man. I really have been. I haven't been slowing down on the sweets. And I like these Crunch bars. They sell this big box. And that's the problem about Costco, man. That I buy the big box of Haagen-Dazs Crunch bars, and man, they're so good. Oof. Especially when they put them on sale, they taste even better. But yeah, man, yeah, I gotta slow down on the sweets. I gotta slow down on the cakes. My thing is like the ice creams and the cakes, and the pumpkin pie season, it's right now, and I love pumpkin pie. Oh my gosh, I love pumpkin pie. That's like my favorite. So yeah, I gotta slow down on that. All right, let me see the thrill. I just won 1K at work on the NFL pool. What do you do with that money? What stocks are you buying with that money, or with at least half of that money? But wow, $1,000. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Or maybe in the next stream, just let me know what are you buying with those gains right there. Anders, I buy one lottery ticket when it hits 1 billion, so I can buy that 747. That's a good one, Anders. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it right there. All right. So pretty much I'm getting to the end. And let me see, Jeremy, 100%. I know those guys too. Got the passenger floorboard full of scratch offs. I tell them the lottery isn't a retirement plan. I get the three-headed look from them too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do you tell people? Like that instead of buying that, go ahead and put it in the S&P 500 or SCHG. Tea Caskettes. That Costco pumpkin pie is fire, man. It's my favorite. Especially when you add the whipped cream. Yeah. And they got the big bottle of whipped creams, over there at Costco. So yeah, no. I gotta slow down on the pumpkin pie from Costco. All right, guys. Definitely hope everyone have a good night. I hope to see all you guys on Sunday stream. I've been enjoying the streams, so hopefully you guys have also been enjoying the streams, because I've been having a lot of fun. And I want to do them even more often, honestly. I kind of want to, but I don't have much time, so, but I'm gonna see if I can make some more time, to make some more streams so we can talk about the stock market, things that go on, and but definitely been having some fun. So I'm hoping you guys also enjoying it. And yeah, hopefully anybody that is watching the replay, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. I know a lot of people that like to watch my channel are not subscribed just yet. Not sure why, but you guys know who you are. You guys have been watching, just subscribe to the channel. Help it grow. All right, everyone. So definitely have a good night, everybody. Bedtime. Gotta go to the gym in the morning. Gotta go to work. Let me click on the last fuse. Good night, my guy. Yep. Jeremy. Yep. Bedtime, folks. Have a good night. Profitable week. Yeah, for sure. And buy some more stocks. Good night from Boogie and Anders. See y'all. Remember to scare kids on Friday. Yeah, that is true. Trick or treating. Be safe out there, guys. And of course, I hope you enjoy this